Hey everybody! Today we're going to apply those 3 notes per string major scales to some technique exercises. We're going to work on some alternative picking exercises for the next couple of lessons, and this is going to really let us get a handle on our picking technique and getting these forms going around the neck. When I do these exercises, I'm going to do them with one of the forms, but they all can be taken through all of the forms, and that's when you're going to get the most out of them if you can find the time to do that. At least do a couple of forms a day, and you'll really start seeing your technique just take off. Okay? Have fun. Okay, so today we're going to get to the good stuff. So let's start straight out with exercise number 1 that is on the music printout that you can download from the site. And it is a rather simple 6-note pattern. We're going to do all these in the root. All these exercises are built off of the root, the shape built on the root, in the key of G, off of G. So we're going to start this one right here on the 2nd string, and it's going to be a downstroke. So it's going to be very important to follow the picking here. Downstroke with your 1st finger at the 5th fret, upstroke with your 3rd finger at the 7th, and then downstroke with your pinky at the 8. And then over to the 1st string, you're going to do the same thing in the left hand, but the right hand is going to now start with an upstroke, then a down, then an up. So you'll see that that keeps us complete alternate picking by going down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay? So now that should be a repetitive exercise, so you should be playing it like this. And then you can finally slowly build speed into it. And then it's a good idea to start taking it across the form. So do it a few times, like twice on each one. And then when we move it down, we just follow the fingerings, but just the same pattern on those 2 strings, then these 2, then these 2, and then the last 2. So we'll have like something like this. So that you can really do that and build up some speed. Okay, now let's go on to exercise number 2. It starts kind of with the same thing, 5, 7, 8 on the 2nd string. Then we go over and just hit an upstroke on the 5, and then come back down to the 8 on the 2nd string, then the 7. And that's kind of like a little Paul Gilbert lick. But we're going to put a little extension on that. We're going to do that lick, and then do the one from exercise 1 after it. So kind of extend it. So we got this now. So we got down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And you take that across the forms. Okay, let's go to exercise number 3. This is only a 1-string pattern, and it's in 4s, not 6s. This is kind of real reminiscent of what Petrucci does this lick a lot. John Petrucci of Dream Theater. So it just starts, you still want to use the same 3 strings, but you're going to start on the one in the middle and pick the 7 first, then 8, then back down to 7, then 5. That's the complete pattern. So we have this, down, up, down, up. So we play that back to like 4 times in a row. You see how I'm accenting that first one? That's something he does a lot too. It really helps you find the beat. So you can just do that in succession and then take it across the strings. Okay, now let's get to the last one. This last one's a little bit more disjointed, a little bit more difficult. And we're going to be starting in the third, and this is going to be in 6s again. But this is going to kind of come across strings and make your fingers do some weird combinations. So this is getting slightly more difficult. Not everything's in a row anymore. We're going to start, and you have to cross strings more in this one too. So that's also really adds to the difficulty. We're going to start with a downstroke on the 7 on the first string, then 5 on the first string, and then 8, then go back to the 5. So we had a little, you come across in strings a lot there. Then you come back down to the second and play the last 2 notes on the way down for that string. So we have and then you have to trace the fingerings on the way down. This string is going to be 7, 5, and then 7, and then back, and then 5, 4. Okay? So take these exercises, start them slow, use a metronome on the beats, follow the rhythms in the exercises, and we're going to keep going with this a little bit. These make for great warm-ups, great technique exercises, or whatever. We're just trying to get your hands down to playing these in a very comfortable manner. So when we start taking it to the keys and everything feels very comfortable to you. Okay? So try to maybe practice this with a clean tone too, and try not to hide behind a distortion tone all the time. Okay? Talk to you soon.